Welcome to week 1 edition of Nut Up, where we cover the League of Ordinary Gentlemen's Fantasy Football League. With week 1 down, we're going to look back on some action. Today we have our guest, Daniel. He's going to join us today, and he's going to talk about some of his insight or what he sees or just trash talk. Who knows? After he got beat, I don't know how much trash talking he might do. I'm in the same boat, but let's give it a go. Man. Assalamu alaikum versus Vatos Locos. What a game. A little upset. You know, Carlos had Lamar Jackson, which went off a bit. He's still able to beat me with McCaffrey out. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
What do you think?
For sure. Well, you had players that didn't perform, like Almiron St. Brown. I don't think he'll have a repeat performance like that. Frankly, he just had some players that had some huge games. And his defense, 17 points to your defense, 2 points.
Yeah, that
That
was
disparity is just huge. And then his kicker, 10 points to 1 point from yours.
Oh man, what a travesty.
Oh, for sure. So
do you know anything about the outlook on McCaffrey?
So they're saying it's his Achilles tendon and a knee, and they haven't put him on IR, which is a problem for Vatos Locos.
Right.
Because if they did put him on IR, he'd be able to move McCaffrey down to his IR, and it'd open up a slot for him to pick someone up, and he wouldn't have to drop anyone. But since the 49ers aren't doing that, which makes you wonder,
when is he going to come in?
No, well, there's that, and then there's the other possibility. If we go 4 weeks, it doesn't get better, and then we put him.
Right.
At that point, you're looking at 8 weeks, 10 weeks. So,
and then
next week, go for it.
He also has Jefferson, that is looking like he is questionable.
Jefferson, you mean Ferguson?
Ferguson, sorry.
Yes. So Ferguson is probably going to be out. He strained his MCL. Some of them are saying it's a knee bruise, but a bone bruise. But you haven't been able there's been all kinds. There's strained MCL to it's just a bone bruise. It's not going to be, he could be playing this Sunday. So we definitely have not gotten a definitive what it is. And, but I would substitute him if I was Carlos. I don't think he's going to play.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
And at that point, that's where Carlos can make a move for someone like, oh, he can't. I have likely. I'm on bench. Yeah. Carlos.
All right, you know what, Daniel? Take us to what happened with your team. Fat lady barely lost to Don't Be a Dick.
Yeah, for sure. So, here's the thing. So Burrow, it was a close game. It was a low scoring game though. Burrow didn't do anything for Richard. So can you hear me?
Yeah, even Harrison foul. I mean, he went in for 1.4 points.
Yeah, but Harrison's a rookie. And here's the problem with rookies. You're
not enough play time.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player. I think once he gets rolling, all the league needs to be where he's going to light everyone up. But again, so Richard's defense gave him 14 points, which was way over what they were.
Hold on, I hear a bunch of noise in your background.
You can only have numbers 1 through 9.
That noise is called life, son. Sometimes life is around me. You know what I mean? It's inevitable. You can't avoid it. Here's the thing, dude. I'm giving you my knowledge. That comes with also that there's gonna be life going on around me.
I like how you're speaking a lot to kind of.
Should you see what's going on? There you go, right. Dude. That's how I make my picks. I just have Zoila spin her hair around, and whatever team it lands on, whatever player, that's who's starting. No, so getting back to me though, so what happened is my tight end, for whatever reason, mine and a lot of people's tight ends. I don't know how your tight end produced, but a lot of people's tight ends produced very low this week. And even though I have one of the top tight ends, it just didn't work out. Uh, I don't know why. So there's that. Derrick Henry let me down. My starting wide receiver, Chris Olave, who I told you I'm concerned about, only put in 3 points. So yeah, Richard got it done.
Yeah, what's up with Ayuk?
So
With
Ayuk's
Brandon?
gonna be fine. Ayuk's gonna be fine, but he was covered probably by the best defensive back in all the NFL, Sauce Gardner, for the Jets.
Yeah.
So hey, he had a bad game. But guess what? From now on, you're not gonna be playing Sauce Gardner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So,
I feel upside for Ayuk going forward. I would give more respect on Rich, but again, here's a guy who didn't draft this team, who's a loser from
oh,
last year, who's a loser from 2 years ago, and couldn't draft his own team. So I mean, none of these picks were his own. So no respect.
all
You know
right.
that.
Well, let's move on to El Pelon and Tom. They had a really good
So
game. I mean, God, they both had a really good game.
they both did right, and it was
Yeah,
just outlasted by John for sure.
it was. I
So
mean, he did take it on in some areas, and then Tom took it in other areas. But where I think it really helped him out was Saquon. Dude, Saquon just went off. Talk about a little
yes,
bomb.
Saquon went off. But
I mean, so did Jared Allen.
yeah, for sure. So Jared Allen went off, and Jordan Love did his thing. Mike Evans did his thing. Um, but in the end, I mean, Jonathan's team was just man. His
So,
team was awesome.
do you think moving forward, these are two teams that they're going to be forces to be
So,
reckoned with?
well, here's the thing. So Jordan Love's going to be out for probably at least 1/3 of the season. He hurt himself. And who's his backup? So his backup is Kirk Cousins, who also didn't do good. So John may be looking for a replacement.
Oh, for
Um, yeah, so John's gonna have issues at quarterback.
well,
I think he went in for Baker Mayfield, which Baker Mayfield is gonna give him a lot of points, and he should be able to double up with Mike Evans going forward. So if we looked at our transactions, John uh, Pelame el Pelon uh, picked up Baker Mayfield, which should be good. But again, Baker Mayfield has ups and downs, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects John. You know what I mean? And
well
and
now,
Justin Jefferson did his thing. Barkley is going to be a force. James Cook is. We'll see. You know.
well,
And then
well,
for Tom has like a lot of his guys. Even I mean, he left Godwin on the bench. Um, He left Jay Williams, which, by the way, I mean, unfortunately for Tom, Jay Williams also got hurt. Um, and just depending on how well his ankle comes back, I mean, he's the reason that Amaron didn't do crap because Jay
yeah,
Williams took it. So you got to be. So if Jay Williams does good again, Holmes, on your side, you really need to be worried about Amaron.
right.
You know, because at this point, Jay Williams is the bigger threat. Amaron is solid. But if you can hit a home run all the time with Jay Williams, I mean, that's going to be hard to. That's going to be your first choice all the time, as in for the quarterback. So
Well,
that's a good matchup.
Let's slide over for to Cup Check in Icebox where Cup Check took it.
Yeah.
Um,
So Kupchak took it, and really, this is a tale of kickers.
my
Um,
goodness, 26 points for the kicker. That's up there.
for sure. Um, and defense. So the kicker and defense won it for Kupchak.
Wow, what a failure on both their tight ends.
Outside of that, well, remember, this was a bad week for all tight ends for the most part. In fact, I think your tight end was terrible too.
He was.
Um,
Tom's.
yours got 8 points, so not too bad. But he was supposed to get 14.61. So, so that's what won it for Cup Check. I mean, man, that was
Drake London
out
came
of
in
this week.
really low.
Yeah, I think Drake London's not going to be good.
Oh man, you think he was Cinderella? He had his
No, I told you last year, and he had
right.
his hits and misses.
Yeah, he did, but
You
that's
di-
why I
you,
had him benched most of the time.
you didn't have like a consistency all the time.
No.
And then the pay attention, the injury that I've told you already is Puka Nakua.
Yeah.
So if you see, it has
The
an
receiver for
IR
the
already
Rams.
listed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be gone. But I don't know if it matters because he can just slip in Jordan Reed from Green Bay, and that should fill in nicely for Puka.
All right. So lastly, let's cover La Mafia and Taco Truck. Wow. I mean,
This was an upset.
that was an
This was an
upset.
upset. Yeah, for sure. So Stephon Diggs did his thing. Um, and I feel that Travis Kelsey, another one of the tight ends that was supposed to do great and didn't do good. This was a theme, but I think Michael Pittman Jr. let him down. DK Metcalf, I mean, look at that, 5.90. That was terrible. Um, Gus Edwards at 3.80. David's running back, La
Yeah.
Mafia. But here's the thing, he wasn't expected to do anything. Why David slotted him in there, I have no idea. Um, so it was an upset, but I think that Taco Truck will be fine going forward. I don't think. Here's the thing: everyone panics on week one and they want to sell, and to me, it's like, dude, it's just week one.
Right.
Here's the
Well,
thing: most of these players in the off season don't play in the preseason games. They don't hit a lot, and so and you can tell a lot of these offenses were off. They were not in sync. You saw the tight end struggle. A lot of the receivers struggled, and because this is their crash course in a training camp,
all right.
So week two, week three, you'll start seeing everything normalized, and at that point, it's anybody's game. I mean,
Well, we walked through then, and talking about week 2, we have Assalamu Alaikum taking on Fat Lady. We have Tom taking on Don't Be a Dick. We have Cup Check taking on El Pelon. We have La Mafia taking on Vatos Locos, and Taco Truck taking on Icebox. So, I mean, we have a lot of good games coming. They should be interesting matchups. Right now, it's shaking down just because of the points and the wins. Jonathan's in the lead, followed by Vatos, and then followed by Cup Check. I won't go any past that because the 1, 2, 3 is the big. So, hey guys, I know this is kind of like a rough start. It's our first one that we've done, and hopefully we could do a few more of these. Daniel came in with a bunch of knowledge on this stuff because you guys know that me and football, yeah, I'm whatever. I'm here playing, and I try a little bit. At least I chose my team when we went to draft.
he's trying to be Lewis, guys. He's trying to be Lewis. That's all I'm saying.
That's called editing, man. So yeah. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Daniel, for showing up and showing out. If you guys have any comments, just drop them in the text box.
All right. Well, before you leave, though, my picks for this week